Hey, it's Nicole with Body Goddess, and today I'm going to be outlining 7 things you might be doing in your everyday life that can actually sabotage your metabolism. If you don't already know who I am, I help women and families to live happier, healthier lives through physical activity, proper nutrition, and just some simple lifestyle changes. So, now for that list. Okay, so number 1, you're not eating enough. Your body is super smart. So if you're regularly eating less fuel than you actually burn, your body's going to make itself more efficient and it's going to take in less calories than it actually needed, right? So this can happen for a couple of reasons. One, if you've ramped up your workouts, but you didn't actually increase how much food that you're eating, if you regularly undereat, and if you're a yo-yo dieter. So if you're constantly going on diets, your body's going to learn to hold on and preserve more because it doesn't know when it's going to get food. So that brings us to number 2, skipping meals. So eating regular meals throughout the day has actually been linked to the thermic effect of food. So basically that means that your body will be burning more calories just to have to digest all of those meals. So plus, eating on a regular schedule actually helps your body to manage its blood sugar, which is great just for your overall health. Number 3 is lifting weights. So strength training can actually help to boost your metabolism in a couple different ways. I'm a big fan of strength training. So if you've ever worked with me, you've definitely heard me talk about this many times. But strength training builds muscle. Muscle tissue burns more calories than fat tissue. It's just the way that it is, right? So if you think of it kind of like a diesel engine that burns more fuel than a regular car, well, that's what's happening when you have more muscle on you. You're naturally going to burn through more calories just because you have more muscle. So building muscle is super important when it comes to speeding up your metabolism and burning fat, right? But there's also an immediate effect, and that is that when you're strength training, it actually raises your metabolism for hours after your workout, like throughout the day. You ever feel more hungry after a workout? Well, that's why, because it's actually raising your metabolism, which is pretty awesome. So, number 4, you're slacking your sleep. And I know I talk about sleep all the time, but not getting enough sleep is like a triple whammy when it comes to your metabolism. So, if you're tired, you're going to be less active. So, that just naturally lowers your calorie burn, right? You tend to eat more when you're tired. You're probably not thinking as much about what's healthy and what's not, but you also actually crave higher calorie foods when you've been sleep deprived because it's messing with your hunger hormones. Your body also has a harder time managing its blood sugar levels, which I know I mentioned before when it comes to the skipping meals, but this also has to do with not sleeping. So when you're sleepy, it can make you store fat. So get enough sleep. I talk about sleep all the time, so I'm not going to get really into it right here, but sleep is huge when it comes to messing with your metabolism as well. Number 5 is pretty short and sweet, and you probably know it and don't really pay it as much mind, but sitting all day. I've definitely heard people talk about sitting being the new smoking cigarettes because people are sitting all the time. So if you get up every 30 minutes to an hour, really, I know telling you to get up every 30 minutes if you're sitting and working all day, you might not do that, but think maybe every hour, just get up and go for a little walk. If you work in an office, go for a walk around the office. Whatever you got to do is just get up and move throughout the day. Go take a water break, a bathroom break, anything to just kind of get yourself up and moving. If you can throw in a little bit of exercise on those breaks, that's even better. But sitting all day is, I said short and sweet. I guess I went a little bit further than I thought. Yeah, sitting all day, number 5. Okay, so number 6, you probably don't eat enough protein. Protein actually will leave you feeling fuller after your meals, which is great, but it also helps to repair all of your muscles, which is, it does so much more than that, but we're just talking about metabolism boosting muscles that we talked about before. Protein is going to help to build them and repair them. It's just so important that you have enough protein, right? Plus, it actually takes more calories to burn protein than it does your carbs and your fat. So protein is huge when all of this. So number 7 is you get stressed out a lot. I know that people talk about stress all the time, and everyone feels like there's not much that you can do about it, but stress is also going to be huge when it comes to your metabolism. It can lower your metabolism like a lot of the other things that we've been talking about. And this is our last and final one. So I want to talk about it being just really important that you have a plan to handle stress. It's really going to be very different for everyone. For some people, working out is actually stress relieving. Some people, a hot bath. I've never been one of those types of people. Meditating is great. in the morning after I'm done with my morning flow, sometimes I will just lay there on the ground for a little bit. And I like to think of the different things that I'm grateful for. I'm not going to get really big into this because I could go on and on about all the different things that help different people. But you want to think about the things that you enjoy, and the things that help you to kind of calm down and center, and really focus on de-stressing, because stress can be really sabotaging to your metabolism. So that's a list of the 7 things that you could be doing in your everyday life that are actually sabotaging your metabolism. So if any of those ring a bell, I want you to really think about where you can make some changes.